I'm on air talking politics, and I had to walk out into a dark parking lot. I was my own protection. There were no cameras, no nothing. If something happened to me, you'd never know it. And I carried. And I would open carry in that instance. Nobody ever touched me. And I've seen cops arrest people right in that lot when I'm going, like they were chasing somebody and ran right into Union. I mean, so stuff did happen there. The other time is I had to get gas at one point because earlier in the day, the line was so long. I just couldn't get in to do it. And it was like 9:45 at night, 10 o'clock at night. And I stopped and I had to get gas. There's a line from Quentin Tarantino's Death Proof, which is one of my favorite movies of all time, because I can almost hear some of the questions here. And this applies to this. There's a scene when all the characters, the female characters, including Antigone Rosario Dawson, which I think is fascinating, when all the characters, a bunch of girls, are sitting around a table and they're talking about guns. And one of the actresses, they're actors and actresses and stunt women. And they're talking about their work in the industry. And one of them says, I carry a gun because I want to be safe. And she's like, I want to be safe if I'm doing my laundry. Walking downstairs to the laundry room in her apartment building. She's in LA. She's like, if I'm walking down to do my laundry at 11 o'clock at night, I don't want to feel unsafe. And someone's like, well, why are you doing your laundry at 11 o'clock at night? And she's like, why the hell can't I do my laundry at 11 o'clock at night? So why the hell can't I get gas at 9:45, 10 o'clock at night in the city if I want to get gas at 9:45, 10 o'clock in the city? I'm a grown-ass woman. I'll get gas whenever I want to. FAFO. That's my response to people who are like, well, why would you put yourself in that situation? Well, needing fuel to run my vehicle isn't putting myself in a dangerous situation. But trying to accost me when I'm doing so definitely is for you. And so in that instance, I would open carry. But most of the time, I always conceal carry. So I take issue, back to this editorial, with French saying that there's a difference between quiet concealed carry and vigilante open carry. Open carry isn't vigilante. It's not vigilanteism. I don't think I've ever heard quite our constitutional rights be described as vigilanteism. Is it vigilanteism to engage in free speech publicly? Is it vigilanteism to attend a rally? Why is that term only ever applied to this in the context of open carry? So right there, he shows his cards. And then he says ham-handed and amateurish attempts to accomplish one of the most difficult tasks, imposing order. So he's presuming that Rittenhouse was trying to impose order, which he clearly was actually not trying to do. Rittenhouse was simply putting out a fire that a convicted pedophile had started in a dumpster, and he was trying to move that dumpster over to some fuel pumps at a gas station and blow up a gas station. And he got mad because Rittenhouse and another man put that fire out. That doesn't sound like it's trying to keep order as much as it sounds like he was trying to save lives. The dramatic difference, French writes, to use weapons as a last resort and then open carrying as an intimidation tactic, a disconcerting display of political identity and defiance. He really hates open carry because this is the second time that he characterizes it in such harsh terms. There's nothing wrong with open carry. It is not a, quote, disconcerting display of political identity, end quote. No more is it a disconcerting display of political identity to pray before your meal in a restaurant. No more than it is a disconcerting display of political identity to speak at a rally. No more than it is a disconcerting display of political identity to go and cast your vote in an election. Because, see, these things you have every right to do. And it is not defiance to acquiesce to small-minded thinking that would mischaracterize open carry as being somehow a disconcerting display of political identity. And he also presumes with this last line that Rittenhouse did not use his weapon as a last resort, when he very clearly did in all of the video that is available to anyone who has eyes to see. Do you want to see is the question. So I take issue with this. I'm going to write something actually about this later. I like David, our differences aside, because I can get along with people who think differently from me. But as a woman who's open carried, I will not have my Second Amendment right to be described of as such. Don't be quiet when things that you know are good to be spoken of as evil. It's not in the New Testament for nothing.